Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Rusha and 2022 has been an amazing year in terms of not only getting budget products, but I know that I have repurchased them due to their good quality and I plan to do so throughout next year. So without any further ado, we are gonna get started. So the first product is a concealer, and concealers are extremely foundational for my makeup routine. So I'm talking about the Takeover Concealer by PAC, and they did reform the market completely. So earlier in the 2000s and kind of the late 2000s, seen products which have leaned in a little bit towards pink undertones, but not so much as yellow undertones. And when PAC had the market, I think they had so much to offer in terms of products which had yellow undertones. And for people like me who have got a very strong yellow undertone, count the number of times I say that in this video, but I think the PAC Takeover Concealer comes the closest to the dream concealer. Just full coverage, has a very good consistency, lasts throughout the entire day. And this is my third concealer. This is in the shade Banana Split. I always have a replacement for this concealer because that's how good this one is. Throughout 2022, what I did was, instead of using two different concealers, one for color correcting and the second one as a highlighting concealer, I went on to see that once I applied this one and once I set it with a highlighting powder, it just sealed the deal. So I did not need two concealers plus a powder, could just do with one concealer and a powder, and that's this concealer for me. I have been almost a die-hard fan and a complete convert for this product unless and until I met the next concealer. So I'm talking about the Daily Life Forever 52. I hadn't even heard of this brand and I saw it on Nykaa and thought, okay, like I could just try it out. And I saw Nykaa ratings, which by the way I don't trust completely because I know that they could be completely staged. This is in the shade Cover 003, and boy oh boy, like you heard my review about the PAC Takeover Concealer, and so when I first applied it on my skin, like on my hand, and then I saw that it wasn't completely as yellow undertoned as I would expect it to be, and I was a bit let down. But since I had not spent a lot of money on it, so I was still quite okay with it. But once I started using it on my under eye, that's when I started to see how beautiful it fares throughout the entire day. The color is slightly like peachy and yellow undertone, kind of a mix for me. Maybe that's why initially when I applied it on my hand, I did not see that much of a close match, but on my under eyes, oh my god, this is amazing. So I use it as a concealer, again set it with my highlighting loose powder and it does the job. It looks seamless, and the biggest difference between the PAC one and this one is this is light. It's a soft, light, full coverage concealer, wherein the PAC one is a much heavier concealer. This one still gives you a few seconds to have that whole technique where your concealer, you allow it to sit for a little bit of time and then you go and blend it, but the PAC one doesn't allow for that. You have to run with your powder to set that in place, because once it's set, it's very difficult to blend. That problem completely goes away with the Daily Forever 52 concealer, and I highly recommend it. I'm gonna repurchase it for sure. I already have a backup for this one, and this has totally stolen the show for me this year. Since we were talking about concealers and setting them, I cannot go anywhere without mentioning the only powder that I have used the entire year, which is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. The whole world and their moms know what this product is about. So this is in the shade Light Medium. I don't use a powder anywhere on my face barring the T-zone and my under eyes. So this has been doing so well. This is my second tub box, whatever you want to call it, and I really hope that they don't stop making this product because it's my one and done product and I absolutely love it. And along with it, I have another product, not a product, kind of an application tool which has changed the powder application game for me. I'm talking about this PAC Powder Puff kind of a thing, like a cushion kind of a thing, which as a kid, of course, we used to see these a lot inside your compact boxes, but nowadays the world has become fancy, and so we have got our new powder puff, and this is the one by PAC. God bless the day I bought this one, and I'm so happy. I have completely switched over from my the blending, what do you call it, The beauty blender, oh my god, yeah. So I've completely transitioned from a beauty blender kind of a person, and I only use this one to dab a little bit on the back of my hand like this, and then I go under my eyes, and whatever is left from there I dab it on the corners of my lips. That's about it, and my eyes and my lips are all done, and it's all set in its place. And this is like, it's such an inexpensive as well as quality product that I cannot recommend this highly enough. So this duo together, they are my rock, and I absolutely love them. Next up, I've got a blush product, and this year we've seen liquid blushes, we have seen powder blushes. We saw K-Beauty doing so well with powder blushes. I have one from them. I also have bought myself a couple of liquid blushes, but today we are going to talk about a powder blush because it has stood the test of time, and there is something in the color of this particular blush. The packaging has almost broken apart, but I'm still using the blush. I have been an ardent fan of this one, and I'm talking about the Wet n Wild blush in Mellow Wine. There are many raves about it on the internet, and initially when I bought it, I was pretty much looking at something which was budget buy, but this is way more than budget buy. Usually when I go with a powder blush, it just sits on the skin and sometimes takes away that moisture away, and if I'm using a liquid blush, then of course it stays shiny, but then at the same time it at times doesn't blend well with my powdered concealer kind of a look that's going on, right? And I have to spend an entire day in office, so I'm looking at a product which neither takes away the moisture from the skin completely, nor does it look like a complete fake sitting on top of my skin, because I just put in so much of effort to make it look dewy and glowy. When I use this product, it just sits right. It is beautiful, it will suit a range of skin tones, and it works in the daytime, in the night time. You can amp it up a little bit, and it's super budget. If I had to choose just one, I would take this one with me. Okay, now to make things a little bit more interesting, I'm going to switch between a lip product and an eye product. Now, this is a brand that I never thought that I'll have a lot of good things to say about it, because firstly I think it's good as an e-com platform. You clearly know where I'm going, but I don't really feel like this brand does justice to the wide range of products that it has. This is a Nykaa gel liner in jet black. Over the last 10-11 years, I have only used gel liners because I'm very passionate about my liners, and I'm not ready to compromise. I don't like felt tip liners. I have used a ton of liquid liners, but it's only with a gel liner that I can use my expertise, if I may say so, and get a great beautiful black look. I think we all have had the experience where the Maybelline one just dries out too fast, and then you have to throw out the entire thing, and there are hacks to how to work with a gel liner which has like dried up and stuff. Now what Nykaa does really well with this gel liner is it's kind of sits somewhere in between, so it's neither as wet as the L'Oreal one, neither as dry as the Maybelline one, and is jet black. So somehow I always felt that the L'Oreal one was the darkest of the gel liners I had come across, and the Nykaa one is, if not the exact same, even better than that. I was just going through my Nykaa orders. I bought it in the month of May or June, and this is December as I'm shooting this video. It's been doing well. I can easily wear this at least for another 3 or 4 months. Almost smudge proof unless you go and voluntarily rub your eyes vigorously. It's a beautiful black color, stays put throughout the day, and I cannot recommend it enough. Absolutely in love with this Nykaa gel liner, and I have only good words to say. I never thought that I'm going to be featuring a Lakme product. It almost feels like it's an endangered species right now, but anyway, this is a Lakme Forever Matte Liquid Lip Color in Nude Twist. It's beautiful nudish pink. I can't even explain how good this color is, and the best part is it's very light. You will hardly feel like anything is there on your lips, which also means that it's not going to last very well in between your meals. But if there was one small lip product that you just wanted to take on the go, put it on your lips and be done, this is this one. It doesn't scream for attention, but it says that, oh my god, like I'm so soft and pretty. As you can see, I have repurchased it. I'm gonna like again get it next year. So many of my friends have asked about it. I have gifted some of them this one. It's such a staple in my makeup, and I just cannot go without it. So yeah, highly recommend this one. Okay, like we said, keeping up the promise of switching it up with another eye product, and today we are talking about a mascara. I'm talking about the Essence. I believe it's a Lash Princess mascara in this green slash light blue kind of a color. I'm gonna definitely put all these links below. Best part is the bristles are super soft and they are also small. It doesn't compromise on the length while it's giving you volume, and that is such a big characteristic of a good mascara. I'm wearing this today, and you can simply put on this mascara any time of the day. Doesn't wear heavy, doesn't look heavy, doesn't irritate your eyes. If you're wearing contact lens, I wear contact lens, so highly recommend this mascara. You should definitely not miss this one out, and if you just wanted to experiment with it, go for it. It's super cheap, so highly recommend it. Try this out and let me know. Okay, next we've got a lip product once again. This is how it looks like, and the color of this one is a beautiful pinkish burnt orangish kind of a mix of a color. It's what I'm wearing today. It gives a much bigger impact to your lips than the previous Lakme one, and hence it is not as light. It's tad bit heavier, but not heavy compared to other liquid lip products which are there in the market. I can vouch for that. I also think that this is the kind of color which just illuminates your face. I love this. I'm going to repurchase it. I'm going to recommend this to all my friends, and that's why I'm going to recommend it to you too. It's called Made Easy, and this does make your life easy, as cheesy as that may sound. This is a lot coming from me, but I'm talking about the Swiss Beauty Jet Black Felt Tip Liner. Now, I don't like felt tip liners because they don't give me the kind of control that I get with gel liners, especially if they're drying. I hate it, okay? Like if they're drying and it drags across the skin, I'm like, listen, makeup for me is kind of meditation. It's my relaxation space. I don't want to feel like, oh my god, why is it? No, I don't. I want everything to just do the job that they're supposed to do. It's priced very well. It's a budget product. This is my third one, which is a lot coming from somebody like me, and this is beautiful black. When it says jet black, it means business. What I usually do is I do my wing liners with my gel liner, and then I take this and I just seal the edges, and it stays put throughout. I would say that instead of really looking in the market for other high-end felt tip liners, if you haven't yet tried the Swiss Beauty one, it's gold. And for me, like personally, if I like a product and I think that it's well priced, it takes a lot for me or for somebody to have me impulsively buy something else, because I'm simply like, I'm good. So when I say like I love this and I'm gonna buy this, like I'm good, like I'm only gonna buy this, and maybe you should too. Okay, so we are pretty much at the end of the video, and I would like to just put two more products here, which are not products but more of application tools, because how would you use a gel liner if I didn't tell you about the right brush? And today we are talking about this PAC 372 brush. I use an eyebrow pomade from Anastasia, and I use this one for that as well. It works beautifully. You know that you need to have that balance, and that's the strength which is there in these bristles. I cannot recommend it enough. If you had to buy only one brush for your liners as well as your eyebrows, this is the one, PAC 372 for you. And last but not the least, for this video we've got another brush, which is the PAC 208 brush. It's an eyeshadow brush which has a little bit of pointy end. It is not pointy, it is actually very soft and kind of fluffy if you had to like fluff a look. Today, आज के दिन पे, if I had to like suggest any brush to you, one single brush that you should definitely have, one eyeshadow brush, it's gonna be this one, PAC 208. I always see myself going for this one. This is my one and done application tool, and that just goes on to say how important and how functional it is. This is my most favorite brush. I cannot do my eye makeup without this brush. So with that, we come to an end of this video. I hope you found some of these useful or maybe relatable in case you had been already using them. Let me know how many of these products you already have, and maybe suggest me a few other alternatives in the budget range. See you until next time. Bye.